Moving up to becoming the CEO of your business is a very important step, but there is something that you need to make sure you get right or else it will not work. So let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Matterhorn Business Development YouTube channel. I am your host, Neil Winteregg, and today I want to talk to you about becoming a CEO or how to move yourself into the role of a CEO from being a business owner who's actively having to produce and do things within the business. Now, just as a reminder, if you enjoyed today's video, click down below, find out more about our brand new Adventure to Profit program, and find out how you can learn how to become more in control of your business and more profitable. So the biggest problem that a business owner has is when they are becoming productive, becoming busy, and they are used to kind of being the one in charge of doing all of the things with their product or with their business. So if you are a lawn care guy, a painter, a roofer, a financial advisor, you're the one out there doing everything on a daily basis, interacting with the clients. Every time there's a problem, you're the one that everybody calls, you show up. So you get used to the idea that the business really is operating around your actions. And so things are happening in the business because you're the one personally doing it all. When you're becoming a CEO and you start to move above that, and now you're more like the coach telling the players where to go and drawing up the plays for everybody to do, but not actually being on the field, your role actually starts to change. This is probably the biggest stumbling block to growth that most businesses face. How do they go from being the player on the field to being the coach / general manager overseeing everything? Because the coach is not going to go out there when the play is crumbling and make or change what's happening in the middle of the play. They have to wait until the whistle is blown. And in the business, things can be very similar. You have to rely on the people that you're telling to do their jobs. You're going to have to rely on them to actually follow your orders and do it, because you can't be the CEO, the boss, and have the vision of everything and then be the one that's going out there every time there's a problem. And this is a big problem that I see a lot of times that limits growth, is that every time there's a problem, the business owner personally involves themselves in it. And it's almost like that's exciting for them, is they get to leave the office, they get to go out to the client's house, they get to fix everything, they get to be the hero, they get to tell everybody what to do, show off their knowledge. But during that time period, there's no CEO activities being done. So you have to learn how to delegate. And delegate is an entire thing all on its own. You have to learn how to give orders and guide people on tasks and on jobs and train them on specific functions so that you are no longer being pulled off of the sidelines and onto the field of play. The CEO's job is to come up with all the ideas and things that are needed to guide the players on the field as well as possible to completing the play, to getting it done. And it's the same thing with the business, where you as the business owner, the CEO, have to manage and see what's going on now, but also what's going on in the future. And if you're only looking at the mistakes from yesterday, you're actually living in yesterday's time and you're not looking at the future's time. So the biggest thing that you have to do is you have to start actually delegating and training people on what you do. You can no longer be the person that's going out and doing the plays on the field. So you have to train and make sure that you've delegated those responsibilities to other people so that they can get those things done. And when there's a problem, you're not rushing off the bench onto the field to fix it. You're letting them fix it. Now, you're going to guide them and you're going to tell them how to do that, and that's part of delegating. But in reality, the CEO is not supposed to be on that field of play. Your delegation is going to be the entirety of how well you are able to be a CEO. If you are finding yourself constantly getting sucked down into a part of your business and that you have to keep handling, you either need to hire a new person, train the existing person, or do some sort of a reorganization so that you aren't constantly coming down out of your role as the CEO into being the productivity guy or the manufacturing guy or the customer service guy. You have to turn those jobs over to other people. The CEO has to look at that vision, at that future, and figure out how to change things. But you can't let yourself get sucked into problems. And that really is the biggest problem I see when a person is now moving out of being the one in charge of everything and doing everything, is that they want to hold on to these things, these tasks, these jobs. And, I don't want to give it to somebody else to do. I'm the best at doing this. That's going to kill you, because now you're not looking at the future. You're looking at right now things that have to be fixed. My advice to you is learn how to delegate properly. We've done a lot of videos about delegating here on this channel that you can find, but that is also a piece of what we teach on our Adventure to Profit program. And another tool to help you delegate is actually our channel sponsors, Metapulse. If you go to metapulse.com, you can actually organize your business for success and put the tools in place that you need for delegation so you can really become the CEO. But if you need more help and you need to learn how to delegate and you need to learn how to be a CEO, contact us. Click down below, find out about our Adventure to Profit program where we can actually help you with that and make sure that you can be more successful. I'll see you next time.